Welcome back. The second draft of the Indian Financial Code proposes that RBI governor will have no veto power in the proposed 7-member panel that will have a dominant role in setting interest rates. It's clearly a move that is aimed at diluting the powers of the RBI, as the government has proposed taking away his authority to veto the interest rate decision of the Central Bank's Monetary Policy Committee. Also, it is said that of the 7-member panel, 4 members will be from the government, clearly undermining the authority of the RBI governor. Very well-known economist Ajit Ranade now joins us on the phone line for more on this. Mr. Ranade, clearly the proposals of the Indian Financial Code that undermine the authority of the RBI governor have shocked many within the business and economy circles.
Yeah, because the earlier draft did not have this dilution. The earlier draft maintained the veto of the RBI governor. That's why it was a bit of a surprise. Secondly, there seems to be a fundamental inconsistency in the fact that the RBI governor is supposed to be accountable for monetary policy decisions and outcomes, but you're taking away his veto, meaning his capacity to influence the outcome of the decision. So that's why it is a bit of a surprise. Besides, there are many other factors that go in. For example, the large and unpredictable delays between the decisions and the actual outcome, the transmission delays, the big fiscal overhang, the fact that inflation is affected by the fiscal overhang, and thirdly, the fact that inflation can actually fluctuate due to commodity prices falling, but not because of an overall inflationary situation in the country, which is a longer-term, medium-term phenomenon. So there are many aspects to this, but it is a bit of a surprise. And I must say that if you look at India's track record compared to all developing countries, we've had a rather remarkable record in inflation management. You've never had episodes of hyperinflation. And indeed, the caliber of various RBI governors in the last 20, 30 years have been quite exceptional. And in light of that, I think I'm wondering what was the need to dilute this. And especially if you're going to have government nominees, right. There will be some bias or there might be some temptation at times for decisions to be biased by, let's say, electoral or political compulsions.
Right. Given that setting of interest rates is a politically sensitive matter, as well as you're mentioning, Mr. Ranade, and that's why it is important for the RBI to really manage monetary policy or interest rates, given that it's an independent authority and it's function in an absolutely independent manner. Mr. Ranade, this is not the first time that the NDA government has been on a collision course with the central bank. How important is it really to maintain that integrity and authority of the RBI? Could you share with us the damaging impact that this proposal could really have on the functioning of the institution?
Yeah. Well, it's not just the NDA government. I mean, previous governments have also had a kind of some friction. So it's not the first time we are seeing this. We have seen this, and that's part of the tension. That there is a saying that they say that the Reserve Bank, the central bank, is supposed to take the punch bowl away just when the party gets going. And there is a reason why most developed countries have central bank independence, because central bank policies are not supposed to be influenced by any political or electoral considerations. And so central bank independence is important because it is entrusted with the responsibility of protecting the value of money, protecting monetary stability, protecting the price stability. And, especially in a country like India, where there is an inherent fiscal deficit bias, because of our fractious democracy or because of whatever reasons. So we have a need for a counterbalance, and that's where the monetary independence comes in. But if you are going to have decision making which will have a large political element dominated, and you take away the veto of the governor, there will be a tendency, I think, where decisions might get influenced by political considerations. I'm not saying it will happen because it will depend on the actual members. Right. But there is, by design, if you put it that way, there can be a bias.
All right, Mr. Ranade, many thanks for joining us and sharing your perspective on these proposals, clearly that are aimed at undermining the authority of the RBI governor and his say in setting of interest rates.